and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would bring you some swatches of the new palette that's come out from Makeup Revolution, and this is the Reloaded Iconic Vitality palette. Now this, believe it or not, is £4. Now, I did do a video where I showed all four of these that have come out recently together so that you could see just the fact that they had come out and what they looked like actually in the flesh rather than in a photograph, etc. And I said in that video that I would do individual swatch videos, which I will do. So this one I'm particularly doing is the Vitality, which is a dupe for, if I can actually get my hands on it, for the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, I will actually get this out of the packet so that you can have a look. So this is, the brush has gone for Burton. This is what that looks like, and then this is what that looks like. So as you can see, the colours are very, very close. So, the difference obviously between this and this is that this costs 10% of this. Is it as good? Dunno. We'll have a look. But in this particular video, it's going to be all about the swatches of these. So, there are no names on these swatches at all, on these shadows. They are just like the iconic palettes that were out before that were £4, which is what really started Makeup Revolution, which really got them into Superdrug, which got them in front of everybody because they brought out these amazing little eyeshadow palettes and they were literally £4. They've gone back to their roots, and this is what they've got. So I thought I'm going to give this a go and swatch it and see what you think and see what the colours are. So I can't tell you what the colours are because there is no name for them. I'm just going to describe them all very, very silky under the finger. So this is a really, really, like, it's really silky. But this is your base colour. And then we have your transition colour. So let's just swatch these first. So there we go. Obviously you're not going to be able to see this because it is flesh coloured. There we are. So then next we have the Shimmer, which is going to be a dupe for the Vermeer. Let's just have a look and see how good this is. So there is your, look at the colour on there, isn't that beautiful? That's really, really pretty. Oh no, that's fairly pigmented. That's really, really pretty. Then we have this colour here, and this colour will be a dupe for Born Fresco. Oh no, that's lovely. That is lovely. So there we go. That's That's pretty decent. Then we have this colour here, which is going to be a dupe for the Antique Bronze. That's very, very pigmented. Very pigmented indeed. Now down at the next level, and we have this pink colour here, which is going to be Love Letter. Again, pigmented, very pigmented indeed. Then we have this one, which is, I'm going to put that on my knee because then that'd be better for me, Cypress Umber. So this is the dupe for the Cypress Umber. Whoa, that is pigmented. That's very, very pigmented. Next up we have, now this looks like this is going to be Raw Sienna. And then next to that, Burnt Orange. So we've got Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange dupes. Obviously you've got a black in this, which isn't in the original palette. So it's just, so I'm just cleaning my fingers to make sure we don't get any transfer. So those are those two colours. I'll tell you what, these, for a £4 palette, these are mega pigmented. Those two haven't come off quite as well. You can see where I've put my fingers in. And then next up we have everybody's favourite, which is going to be Primavera, which is a shimmer colour here. Look at that, that is gorgeous. That is just so gorgeous. Oh wow, look at that. Very, very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And then the next colour we have will be a dupe for Red Ochre, and also to Venetian Red. So they're these colours here. So Red Ochre and then the Venetian Red. And then next up is going to be Warm Taupe, which is this colour here. Let's get rid of the red off my fingers. And Rilka. So Warm Taupe and the Rilka, which again are very, very pigmented. I'm running out of space here. Again, they look more pigmented on the finger than they do actually on the swatch, but then the swatch is never really anything to go by anyway, because usually on the eye they can either look the same, or they can look better, they can look worse. So that's all the colours out of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And then you get, because you got 15, you've got an extra colour here, which is obviously your black, which that is a pretty pigmented black on the finger. That's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, those are the colours swatched. Okay, so how do they blend? We always do the blendability test to see how they're going to blend. So I'm just going to take my brush from my Anastasia Beverly Hills and just have a look and see how they blend out. Blendability is good. I'd say the blendability is pretty good actually. So there you go. That's all the colours swatched. Now, do I think it's as good as Anastasia Beverly Hills, darling? It's difficult to say. I need to swatch them together. I mean, they do feel very, very pigmented. The fact that even if it isn't as good as Beverly Hills, Anastasia Beverly Hills, the fact that you're only paying £4 for this, whereas the high-end product is obviously £43 now. So this is like almost an 11th of the price. You can't go wrong. I mean, even if you do need to work a little bit harder to get the same look, which I'm pretty sure you won't, because I'm pretty sure that this is the same as what's in the Chocolate Elixir palette. So, I'm going to have a look and see what the Chocolate Elixir palette is like compared to this. So I have the Chocolate Elixir palette here. Obviously the difference, one of the differences is the fact that you've got different packaging, and you also have a full-size mirror. You also have a double-ended applicator, which I've taken out because I don't use them, only just to do under my eyes. I mean, I used to, but I don't anymore because I find that they're not as great as what I thought they were. So I'm going to show you side by side what they are like. And I'm going to swatch a couple of the colours. Now, when I looked at this originally, this colour here looked like it had like a shimmer running through it. So I'm just going to give this another swatch. I'm going to give this a really good deep swatch as well, just to see if that actually does pay off, if the glitter does pay off in the swatch. There is a slight shimmer to that, isn't there? There is a very, very slight shimmer. Very, very slight. Now I'm going to look at the one in the Chocolate Elixir palette. Right, now there is a subtle difference. Slightly different colour. Yeah, there is a slight shimmer, and they are slightly different in colour. I'd say the one from the new palette is more of a, I don't know, more of like got more of a peachy undertone, whereas this one has got more of a yellow undertone. They do look extremely similar. And then the other one that I noticed that had got glitter running through it was this red colour here. This one. So I'm just going to try this and give it a nice deep rub. And see if the glitter shows up on the swatch. Okay. Again, a very, very, very slight shimmer in the light. But on the hand, in the naked eye, necessarily. Right, let's try the one in the Elixir palette. No, the one in the Elixir palette is a slightly different colour. Have I got the right colour? She says. Yeah, that is the right colour. To the naked eye, they look the same colour, but in the camera they look slightly different. Only very slightly different. So I'm also going to try, let me just take this off. So those two are slightly different and those two are very, very slightly different. Just going to take this off. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the shimmers to see if they are the same. So we've got the pale champagne colour. They look identical, don't they? They look identical. That one's got a slightly warmer undertone and that's got a slightly pinker undertone. And then the other shimmer look, see again that I don't know if it's just me or if one looks slightly golder than the other, sort of a brassier gold. Now when I look at these ones here, this one looks as though the formula is slightly thicker than this one. Now, the main differences that I can see with this is the fact that you obviously get this highlight colour down here that you don't get in this one, and you also get black in here that you don't get. So there's two different colours there, but this is a 16 pan palette. So you're going to have an extra colour in here that isn't in this one, and the extra colour is this colour here, which just threw myself at it, which basically is a very, very similar colour to this one here. So I don't think, I don't know, I mean, now if as a collector of Makeup Revolution, I obviously bought both palettes because I just think it's great to have the experience. It's great to look at the palettes and say, right, okay, I've got both of those, which one do I like, etc, etc. And normally you do get differences. Do I think it's worth going out and buying this palette if you've already got the chocolate Elixir? In all honesty, I don't think it is. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's totally beautiful. But if you are like me and you are a collector of the chocolate bars and you specifically like the chocolate bars, then, you know, I would buy this one. But I wouldn't necessarily say that you should buy this one as well, because you've already got, apart from the black, you've already got the colours in here. If you are someone that hasn't got this already, someone who's on a budget, someone who you don't care about collecting makeup, you don't worry about the fact that it's got nice packaging, you don't need a mirror, you're not bothered about the fancy packaging, and that you are just after a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills, then I would say for £4 buy this one, because this one's £8.99 and this one's £4, so it's like £4.99 difference, which is a lot of difference, a lot of money's difference. And I can honestly say that the formulas are no different. Now, the one thing I will say is that this isn't accessible. Have I got that right? Accessible. This isn't accessible to everybody. So, like, across the world, not everybody can get hold of this, whereas this one is going to be accessible to everybody. Also, they're different markets, you know, like, this is going to be someone with a little bit more money, perhaps is going to buy this with a bit more income. This is going to be like more of your students, more of the person that doesn't want to spend so much money. People that are on a lower budget would probably go for this one. I personally, I prefer this one because I like my chocolate bars, and I love the packaging, etc. And I just think, yeah, this is just lovely. I absolutely adore this palette. I have got both, obviously, because I've been out and bought both of them. But if I was in a situation where I was like either one or the other, then I would buy this one. So that's my honest thought. I don't think Makeup Revolution have done it on purpose to con anybody. I think they have done it because different people have different things with makeup. They either want the fancy packaging or they just want the product inside. So you've got some completely different markets there. You know, I think it's definitely aimed at a younger audience. But that's just my thought. That is just my thought. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth video on the eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, I haven't tried it on because if you want to see how it compares to the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I will link it down below, because I did do a comparison where I actually used one on one eye and one on the other eye, and you seriously couldn't tell the difference. Because they're the same formula, I don't necessarily think I would do that again. I don't know. If you want me to do it again, I will do it again using the new palette. That wouldn't be a problem. But I just think, you know, it's going to stand up to it. It's going to be as good as, because the shadows feel exactly the same when they're swatched on the skin. They are the same formula, they have the same ingredients, so I don't think it's going to be any different whatsoever. So yeah, that's my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is, if you have already got the Elixir, you don't need to go out and buy the Vitality. And if you do want to buy another palette, buy one of the other new palettes that have come out. They've got so many other palettes that you can choose from. So it's not like something's come out and you're like, I want something new and there isn't anything for me. I mean, oh my god, there is so many new products that they've got come out that I haven't got everything, and I don't intend to buy everything. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below. Please keep it nice. But yeah, I mean, you know, tell me what your thoughts are. What do you honestly think? Do you think that that it's wrong that they've brought out another palette? I mean, I personally, I don't. I think it's great that there is that option for people to try it on a smaller budget, but you might think differently. And at the end of the day, we all do just have an opinion, and nobody's opinion is wrong. They're all different. So yeah, until the next time, I will see you later. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.